Hello everyone, welcome back to CorePulse Technologies. In our last video, we introduced you to our hotel management software, which is a powerful tool designed especially to simplify your hotel's operations and enhance guest experiences. Today, we will take a step-by-step look at how this software works so you can see firsthand how it can transform your daily operations. So welcome to our hotel management software, which is designed to streamline room bookings, guest check-ins, billings, housekeepings, and everything all in one seamless system. So I will walk you through the room booking process today. As a matter of fact, the guests can book their own rooms through the corporate website. However, if a guest calls the reception desk, we can manually book their room using this admin dashboard for faster and real-time reservations. So let's get started. From here, we would go to the booking section and select room bookings. To start the booking process, we can select the type of room that the guest wants. Firstly, I will click on this add room bookings. Here, I can select the kind of room the guest is looking for. For example, if they are looking for a deluxe room, and then we can add the number of visitors. For instance, one adult I am inputting here. Our hotel management system actually allows us to search the rooms based on the occupancy. This ensures that we find the most suitable options for the guests and their requirements. Now there are two options by which we can book a room. First is this calendar we have on screen right now. I will select today's date and one day ahead. So to book a room through this calendar, I will first select the dates I am looking to get reservation for. For instance, today and tomorrow, 2 days, 14 and 15 Feb. Then I have filled in the number of people that would be staying, the type of room, and the booking type, which is room booking, obviously. Here we have the option of make booking, so we can proceed with this. Another way that I was discussing earlier, that we can select book a room is from our availability calendar. Here also we can simply select the room and this calendar shows the available slots. One thing about when I select the slot, this form will pop up and I can fill in the details of the guest and the room will be booked. One of the main features of if a guest wants to stay in a particular room, for instance the deluxe room, for a particular date, if all the rooms of that category are unavailable, this right here would turn automatically red. And if a guest is staying in a room on a certain date and we have rooms available, then the system will be green, as you can see on the screen right now. So let's proceed from here. Once we select the room category, a guest creation form appears. The system stores guest history, allowing us to retrieve returning guest details by simply searching their names. For instance, here is the information that we input in our last portal. Now if a guest has already stayed with us prior, so the system will have his or her details saved. For instance, CorePulse hotel management software allows us to search the guest by their name. We have an entry, for instance this. If I select this guest, all the details would be auto-populated. However, for a new guest, we can also enter their name and all the details and create a new guest if the person booking the room has no prior details filled in our system. So to improve the accuracy, we are enhancing the search function to use guest booking numbers instead of their names. This will help avoid duplication of the records and potential confusion when retrieving guest details. that after entering the guest details, the system automatically generates the bill. Here we can adjust the pending payments if a guest has any outstanding charges, or we can also apply the coupons or any promotional discounts which will automatically update the final bill. Here I am adjusting this bill for the sake of understanding. This is our automatic bill that our system has created. Now I will add a coupon. As you can see, the coupon has been applied and it updated the bill automatically. Now I just have to click book now and our room will be booked. This pop-up will appear and our reservation is created. So let's move on to the guest check-in process. Here we have 3 tabs. So when the guest arrives, they will provide their booking number and booking details, which was sent to them via email. So when we complete the booking process, as we just did, our guest will receive a confirmation email with a booking number. That will be their serial number, which they will use when they arrive for their reservation. So when the guest arrives, they will give us their booking number, and by entering this number we can instantly retrieve their reservation details and begin their check-in process. So from the booking section, we have created our booking, and the guest arrives, they provide us their booking number, which they have received in via email. We go to the room bookings, they will give us their room booking number. There would be a number here, and we will confirm that booking, and here we can access the details. So now let's talk about these tabs. First, the detail tab. The detail tab displays all guest information, including personal details, their stay duration, and their special requests. Anything and everything about the stay of that particular guest would be available here. Their contact details, their emails, their name, their room, their type of reservation, how many people stayed, how much they paid, how many services they availed, what were the payment or coupon or tax details. Everything would be available right here. Moving on to the next tab is the payment section. This tab shows the payment history and allows us to use full or partial payment processes before the check-in. So if a guest wants to, let's pay in cash, the amount due is 164 according to the system, and they want to pay partial payment at the time of the check-in and would finish their bill at the time of the checkout. So we can add, for instance, 100 here, and their partial payment have been made, and the system updates real time, as you can see on the screen. Moving on to our third tab, which is room tab. This assigns the guest a room and allows modification in case of upgrades or guest requests or any maintenance issues. So when the guest arrives, the system automatically arrives them a room based on their requirements that we entered in the system. In this case, a deluxe room for 1 person. So the room number is 1001. So in case the guest has any specific requirements or requests and they want a different room due to any reason, this section allows us to change the room. Here will be listed all the rooms that are available, and you can change their room reservation, customize them, and then save. Change room. Yeah. From here you can change the room and then you will save their reservation. So after our guest has checked in, we can access their rooms through occupied rooms right here. Here you can see the entry we just made. So let's access the details. Now that the guest has checked in, we can manage their stay efficiency with various features. For instance, we can modify their details, update guest information, or extend their stay. We can do early checkouts if a guest needs to leave early, or we can adjust their duration and recalculate the bill. However, the system enforces a minimum 1-day charge, which we can customize according to our clients' policies and guidelines. And we can also add some additional charges. We will use this option in case a guest damages hotel property or uses additional hotel services. We can update their bill accordingly. For instance, if a guest uses a minibar, requests laundry services or other room services, these changes can be added to their final bill. So let's first explore the early checkout option. Here we can see our guest details, their number, their invoice number, payment method they paid in cash, and we can see the payment amount due since we paid partially. So in case of early checkout, we can update the payment details from here and guests can check out early. Other option of adding extra amount, the early checkout option would actually reverse the bill and deduct any extra amount that we have charged the guest. For instance, if a guest originally had to stay for 6 days, but now he is leaving for any emergency in 2 days, so we will deduct the amount of the remaining days and refund them and keep the amount for their stay. From this option, we can add any discount or any extra amount. Extra amount in case if as I just said, in case they have damaged anything or they have ordered something extra, or if they had any special request which was not included in the bill, we can add it here. And we can also add any discounts that the hotel wants to give to the particular guests. Moving on, in the occupied room section, we have 2 other options that we will explore today. First is the housekeeping. This will be of helpful. For instance, if a guest is leaving their room for some time and they want their room cleaned when they come back, they can request housekeeping services. So from this dashboard, we will select our staff member which handles the housekeeping tasks and select the services that our guest has requested. We can also add remarks if there are any. So I am saving this request here, and our staff member, whoever is responsible for this, would receive this request here. See, as you can see, the request is updated. Well, as the cleaning process or any housekeeping services that the guest requested is done, our responsible staff will update that request from their end of the dashboard. 3 status options we have: pending, partially complete, and complete. They will select complete and add any remarks if they have any and save the changes. In the meantime, our request from here would be updated. See, you can see this tick mark. Our service has been updated from our staff dashboard to our admin dashboard. As you can also see, the staff dashboard has limited options depending on the job and tasks they are assigned, while the admin dashboard has access and options of all sorts. Moving on to the inspection section. Similar to the housekeeping, our guests can also request room inspections, or we can request our staff to inspect the rooms at the time of the checkout. I will create a new inspection. Yes. So inspection request is created, and you can see the pending sign here since I've just created the request. On the other end, our assigned staff would receive this request, and they can lighting status. You can add all sorts of options here that you want to inspect at the time of checkout for your guests. Your designated staff would be able to access it, and they can update the status here and add any sorts of comments they want. And this update would be updated here right in the admin panel, and it takes just seconds. To sum it all, guests may request housekeeping services during their stay. Our system allows us to customize housekeeping preferences such as full room cleaning, fresh linens, towels, mini bar restocking, anything. Once a housekeeping request is submitted, it is instantly sent to the housekeeping team, and the status is updated in real time on the dashboard, as you just saw in my demo. Similarly, after the guest checks out, we can request a room inspection before making the room available for the next booking. The assigned staff member receives the request, completes the inspection, and updates the inspection status accordingly. These features ensures that the hotel maintains high cleanliness standards, and the rooms are always ready for new guests without delays. Now that I have covered all the details of the booking process, it's time to check out. We can check out from our view details bar. Since I created a booking of today and the upcoming day, it still shows early checkout, but when the time of the checkout would arrive, right here would be the checkout button, and our guest can check out. When the guest is ready to check out, we will follow these steps. We will firstly verify all the payments are cleared. Any pending amounts must be settled before processing checkout. Review and adjust the bills accordingly. Any additional charges or discounts can be applied in this stage. You can also confirm housekeeping and inspection updates, ensuring the room is cleared, cleaned, and inspected before finalizing the checkout. Once everything is confirmed, we proceed with final checkout, and the room status updates to available for the next booking in our admin dashboard. So that's all for our CorePulse Technologies hotel management software and its booking process. If you have any questions or any confusion, you can drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video with another elaborate explanation of our hotel management software. Until then, goodbye.